Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Hamida.
Sorry, just finished my class with the engineering students. So, yeah.
All right, Madam, it's okay.
All right. So, I will share my screen with you now. Okay. All right. Okay. Good morning. Yeah. Okay. Have you read the situation? Okay. Okay. Any question? Okay. All right. Now, you have 10 minutes to prepare. All right. And after 10 minutes, you will have a 25 to 30-minute discussion. Sorry, one, two, three, four. There are 5 of you here. All right, so you will have a 25-minute discussion after the 10 minutes of preparation time. 10 minutes of preparation time, okay? All right, now, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Then we can start your discussion, all right?
Okay, Madam. Okay, so um, we have causes of overwhelming workloads among employees. This is additional working hours. They are experiencing excessive workloads. And because of this, this has led to additional working hours, including weekends, as tasks from various teams and projects continue to arrive. Got clear planning or timeline. Okay, so I think the first causes of overwhelming workload may be lack of communication.
Process of
This
employees.
leads to,
What
uh,
empathy?
I think the first causes of overwhelming workload among employees is lack of communication, because it says here it arrived without clear planning or timeline. So I think that could be it, lack of communication. What do you guys think? What could be the second?
We should
Um,
also talk about the lack of resource allocation. I mean, some our company also doesn't have short staff, so one person might have 2 or 3 jobs currently running.
Yeah, that's
Right.
also right.
Ha ha ha. Resource allocation. Then I think we should just put on these two on relight.
So first the lack of communication, like lack of proper.
Of proper communication. Okay. What's this?
What is lack of resource allocation?
Resource tu human resource lah kan. Like this group supposedly do big job tapi the people tak
Ya,
cukup.
betul-betul sebab ni kan enterprise. Enterprise kan macam kita lagi from company yang sekian berhad. So might memang kita sikit short on staff lah.
Betul?
So kat sini macam boleh kita cakap that unclear job role mungkin sebab
Betul-betul like
kita
your
Just
job
add
tu
bagi je.
clerical yang lain.
yeah.
Itu second point
Ya, betul.
unclear sebab tak susun elok-elok macam tu.
Job roles dia.
Redundant. Dia tak redundant lah macam tu. Concurrent.
Lepas tu kalau effect ni sekejap. Tadi
Effect. Yes, can proceed.
nak terus bahagikan ke?
Macam boleh je kan. Yang first point we talk. Lepas tu second point issue and tu cakap.
Yeah. Okay.
So for
Moving
the
on to effect. Second point.
Second.
Second
second
question.
Question.
Effect.
Okay. Effect, as always, if excessive workload lead to burnout and mental fatigue. As employees, struggle to balance.
Yang ni dia cakap effects of overworking.
Overwhelming
So
workloads.
maybe itu negative, I think.
Yeah.
Over tadi apa? Overwhelming workload
yes,
Effects
among
of
the
overwhelming workload.
employees.
Yes. Effect. Employees would easily burn out lah, since there's a lot of workload kan. Maybe we can talk about that. Burnout, having mental fatigue. Tired. Any other point for the effect? Maybe Hanis, do you have any idea?
Yang decrease moral tu bila banyak sangat kerja dia macam orang dah penat nak buat, so dia tu tired, dia breakdown and tak trust.
Distress.
Stress. So bila dah stress tu dah tak jadi kerja, tak continue, so tak produktif lah,
Betul.
inefficient kan.
Okay.
Lepas tu decrease.
That's right.
Tapi dia macam tambahan lah, dia nak kata disagree tak, tapi dia lagi faktor lain lah, macam moral tu jadi bukan nak tak semestinya sebab apa overwhelming ni, kadang bila ketua pun tak elok dia jadi apa, dia
Jadi stres, lepas tu sebab dah dapat macam-macam kerja, orang pun
mungkin
dah tak
dia punya
buat
kualiti
sekali tak
Kualiti kerja turun. Okay.
okay kot effect tu.
kalau
Agilis okay with the effect.
strategies boleh.
Okay, now strategies. I think for strategies, maybe we can improve the communication, so there could be a more clearer
More
workload planning. Need to set the priority right, which task should be complete first, something like that for the strategies.
masing-masing ada schedule. Diorang kena
Ah.
sediakan schedule lah properly so that kerja tu maintain. Macam setiap orang tu susun ikut dia punya apa yang dia buat.
Betul? Agree? Okay. Beside that, any other strategies could imply?
First strategy, sekejap. Yang first tadi
Buat
pasal apa?
Communication. Strategi
staffing and resource.
Staff. Wait.
I think the first strategy is having a clear workload planning. Plan it right.
Clear.
Structured lah macam tu.
That could be the first strategy.
Plan. Oh, second.
Maybe we can for the second one, maybe if it's really too much workload, we can
Add people.
Yeah,
Hiring someone.
recruit other staff. Because
Hiring
sometimes maybe hire more staff.
Freelancer, right? For example lah.
Yeah.
Sometimes company they hire freelancer to do simple job.
Simple task. Yeah.
So
True.
tak adalah burden untuk dia permanent staff. Lepas tu untuk conclusion just baca balik, right? The point.
Take some.
Summarize
ni kot each point yang kita bincang tadi.
Yeah. I'll summarize the point later.
Okay.
Okay. We have each strategy.
Saya sebut pasal cost ke first tu? I mean saya like positive side Positive side ke saya ambil disagree? Ambil je lah.
Aku cakap je nanti.
Okay.
Berapa minit lagi tinggal?
Lack of proper planning, coordination, syndicate staffing, resource allocation. Okay, effective. Okay.
So kalau nak listkan balik courses tadi kita ambil tak plan oh forgot timer.
Alright, madam, it's okay.
Maybe it's been
8 minutes, I don't know. Toilet time already.
Okay.
Procedure.
Okay, so the causes, the first one is lack of proper planning and coordination, right? That's what we will talk
It's not
Yeah.
set the time.
next.
Sorry.
Sorry, madam.
Is it time yet? I didn't set the timer just now.
We are unsure as well, madam.
Just now I said 8 minute, but I don't know the before 8 minute tu how many minute already.
So, but how many minutes has it been?
I think 9 minute, another 1 minute.
Okay, alright.
Okay, just summarize sikit the idea. Tadi planning right? Causes.
Yeah, planning.
Yeah.
Planning
Terus
and then
lack of communication.
planning and coordination, and then resource allocation for the staff, right? Okay, and then the
Yes.
effect ada apa?
The first one is we talked just now is burnout and mental fatigue.
Second, decrease
Second
morale.
is
Morale and
decrease morale and team
Morale.
productivity. True.
And then strategy used to clear
What is
planning, workload planning.
having a clear planning.
Planning how do we plan lah? Okay, tak apalah, nantilah. Lepas tu dengan hiring and reduce, hire ni additional tu lah kan?
Administrative stuff.
Staff.
Hmm.
Okay, tu je lah kot kan. Dah habis minit dah, dan habis minit dah.
Okay.
Nah.
Alright.
Okay, dah. Dah habis. Proceed ke?
Okay. Ready semua? We can.
Boleh.
Okay. Can. Alright.
Dah boleh start timer ke?
For discussion.
Discussion, okay.
Can proceed with our discussion, madam.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, hold on. Let me just. I need to start. I need to record this session. Sorry.
Wait.
Mhm. Okay.
So, dah tak rasa dah dapat bungsu. Tak dapat saya tengah betul mic.
Okay. So we've got the Inshira, aunties, and the builders, founders, and also no right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have about 25 minutes. So discussion.
So,
And don't forget to take brief notes during the discussion because we will need that for the second part. Which is right?
madam, so we will need to screenshot the note, meeting note in the email ke?
No, okay. Got it. Alright.
For ourselves too, right?
Correct.
Simultaneous, okay?
Okay, alright. So I will start the recording now. So once the recording starts, you have about 25 minutes. Okay, and you know that you will be assessed based on task fulfillment, 10 marks, language, 20 marks, interaction, 5 marks, fluency, 5 marks, and 5 marks. And fluency means, well, you're not supposed to be reading. Okay, don't read. You're supposed to have a discussion, all right?
Yes.
So ready, I will start recording. Don't forget to switch on your cameras, yeah?
Switch on.
So, madam, we can start now. All right. Okay. Good morning, Madam Hamida. And today we will be talking. My team will be talking about. We'll be discussing about the difficulties our company facing, which is excessive workloads to our employee. So for this situation, we will be talking about three main topics, which is the causes of overwhelming workloads among employees, the effect of overwhelming workloads among employees, and lastly, the strategies to overcome this workload among employees. So, to start our meeting, can I have Hanis to share her thoughts regarding what could be the causes of overwhelming workload among employees? May I know, Hanis, what's your thoughts regarding this?
Okay. My first thought for this would be, I think that the causes would be the lack of planning and coordination. Okay, what does it mean? It's like we did not set the task in a structured way between the teams, and then the task it becomes unexpected because we did not set it initially, and then it can pile up because of the delay. So if we did not have a proper plan, the employees, they has to manage themselves, and then they would have conflicting deadlines because it is not structured by the supervisor, and then they just have to do it themselves. So
Hmm.
people they tend to delay. So that's why the apa that's why the delay of deadline happen. Yeah.
Actually, I do have some points that I would like to add to Hani's point. Yeah, especially when there have lesser proper planning for our team, it will make the workload even heavier. Like as you all know, in the recent projects, we have been discussing about this type of program, right, for the training. So basically, the training has been extended due to the project's requirements keep on expanding because of clear boundaries or client requests, which will make our team harder to make the planning. As you all know, like and analytics services for clients, right?
Yeah.
But when they wanted to add their own implementations towards the teams itself, it disrupts our own work. It disrupts our own uh, flow of the teams. Yeah, especially when like the 2 weeks training, supposedly it is a 2 week training program, turns into a 5 week because of because of this client who just wants to add a few more additions to their own um programs without updating the timeline or budget to us. What about you, Raida? Don't you agree with my point?
Yeah, I agree with Anis and your point. And then I will add another major point that cause overwhelming workload. So my point is in the staffing and resource. So sometimes some teams overload simple because they are enough people to handle their volume of work. So uh, many tasks in one person that handle. So the it's common a high performance to get assigned repeatedly and that unfair to long run. So what do you think, Inshira?
I think that's but up to a point that I agree. But for me, I disagree that if we want hiring on some of the out of the workplace, which is hiring a freelancer, I think it will be can maybe can cost a lot of money because sometimes um, the staff doesn't that the staff have their own work, but if we hiring on the some of the outside, it will be cost too much money to give the freelancer than the staff. So maybe it can help staff to do some other work because staff doesn't have a lot of things work because they give to the freelance. But still, it's still if hiring also can cost and yeah, I think yeah. What you guys think?
Okay, sorry to interrupt. May I add on a little point
Yeah.
regarding Inshira and Iwani point, which is adequate staffing and resource allocation. So for this one, I agree with them as well, and I totally understand that some department they need to do more work because of the unevenness given work. Uh, for example, the multimedia team, they need to do a lot, like making the poster or promoting our work. So like for the others, they just need to reply email or just create the Google Docs or link for them to promote. But most of the edits goes to the team multimedia, so they face a lot of workload again with the deadline. So this could give them a lot of burden. So this one is also one of the, I think one of the causes of overwhelming workload among employees. And yes, Hanis?
Just now I think somebody said about hiring freelancer, right? But there, I think there are some situation that not suitable if we use if we hire freelancer. Okay, let's say it's a work that is big, big project. Okay, big project mostly they require teamwork and then understanding. But if we hire freelance for the entire project, it it is not good because they don't meet. Mostly they don't meet, so they're online, and then the understanding on the project can decrease. So this can actually create low quality outcome lah. Okay, that's just
Yeah.
the addition.
Mm, okay. Thank you, Hanis. Yeah, I do agree with that, but not fully agree because maybe hiring freelancer, we don't make them do on the big tasks. We let them do the simple tasks, just a small one to smoother the working for the, I mean the focusing on the big project, just like that. Okay.
Yeah, I think so because freelance, when we hire a freelance, we just give it that task only.
Specific
Task,
task.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Hanis, Radia, Dilis, Narishra, and Wani. Okay, now we can maybe move on to the what could be the effect of overwhelming workload among employees. Ediles, what do you think about this?
This is a very interesting points. So as you all know, like our own employees, they all talk about their workloads,
Mhm.
their tasks with their own respective departments lah. So one of the things that I physically saw during their own interaction with me is that they have this sense that they are having a burnout and then have a mental fatigue. So I think consistently, if they are working consistently beyond their own capacity, it could lead to their having a stress. As you all know that we are in a small group company, right? So the possibility that we have our own stress due to this excessive workload could be high because we are not delegating our own tasks very well. So like if I'm a multimedia person, but instead I'm also doing the corporate officer work, it will work have a toll on me because I'm not doing things that I am expert at. So how do you think or the about this my point?
Yeah, I think it's true because if burnout and issue for mental, they will increase leave and early resign. So they don't want to work in the company, and the worker maybe find another company to join. So I think some places do for face that industry like our do that we accept everything is easy, but putting resource about learning how set boundaries uh, between team member. What do you think, Ishia?
Do you mean that decrease moral and team productivity? I'm not quite cash on.
Um,
I
yeah,
think what yeah, I'm sorry. I think what right the Iwani said about the I think Iwani's point is that they will have decreased moral and team productivity, right?
yeah,
Iwani, is it?
yeah.
Ah,
Oh, I believe that. So yeah, if some of the on the manager part give a lot of workload, sometimes they pass like to give someone else the work, even though it's not in the role or job. And sometimes like admin or HR, they doing something that don't do like that, like their role. So it's not suitable actually because it will be get a lot of stress for them, and sometimes the work will be totally going wrong, like not in a good properly way. So the work is gonna be not done. Yeah, I totally agree with the Iwan you said.
Yeah, when everyone is stressed, then people stop helping each other, and communication is breakdowns, and conversation not uh, not really good into each member lah.
Okay. I actually want to maybe summarize, maybe add with your point. Okay, first on Adila's point just now previously, he mentioned about feel burnout, and I think this effect is actually a major effect that we should not ignore, because when the staff has burnout, they feel tired and they have no motivation, and then they will tend to take sick leave, and then some can actually take resignation. Okay, this can actually cause another after effect. So when we have low staff, we have insufficient people lah for our project. And then I think Iwani and Inshi mentioned about what do we call it, yeah, motivation,
Or
moral and
Yeah,
motivation, right? Okay,
yeah,
Sana, how do we put it, wait.
like they have a workload and they pass to someone else to do, even though it's not a job, their role.
Yeah, and then if it was not in their role, first they do not have enough specialty on the given task, and second, they would actually feel unfair because this is not my job. Why do I have to do this? they will
And
question the superior
Then,
and
yeah,
their colleague.
because
Yeah.
of the salary,
This
there will
yes.
be
this can
effect
actually
on
Yeah,
the,
lead
our
not
salary.
right
Yes.
discord between members. So yeah, that is just the additional point lah.
Okay, may I add on my point as well? All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
thank you. Okay, thank you so much for the point that you guys have given to just now, and I really heavily agree with all of your point, especially burnout and mental fatigue. Because before I work on this company, I used to work at a company, and I myself experienced this burnout and mental fatigue due to have excessive workload. And I totally understand how the employee feel. So for me, when I experience the burnout mental fatigue, I tend to um, take more sick leave because I was so tired with the work. And because of this, it leads to decreased morale and team productivity, just like how Iwani in Shira just mentioned just now. So when I take a lot of sick leave, the work given to me, I tend to um, not finish it, not complete the work, not because I'm unwilling to work, but because I was too exhausted and might even feel a little delusional because I drank a lot of coffee to stay up and finish the work. So this would totally be a huge effect to the employees because of the overwhelming workloads among employees. Mm, okay. So now that we have talked about the causes and the effect, which both of them bring to negative side effect and could impact the employee's health as well, let's move on to the strategies on what kind of strategies can we use to tackle this problem. Anyone want to start first?
Oh wait,
Maybe Inshira, do you have any solution for this problem?
Yeah, I have one point in my opinion that like just we all said, if we also can hiring another staff or the freelancer to distribute the task so that the task will be managed properly and we have the workload schedule properly, workload schedule to schedule all the position that staff need to do and also the freelancer need to do on the specific task. So I think hiring restable actually costs a lot of money, but the strategy is if the company is bigger or little bit medium size, I think it require a lot uh, hiring on staff or freelancer. What's you guys think?
it's good idea, but I think we need uh, more careful because communication is the key of uh, in the company. So with me of confuse and even conflict between department, even we are a small company, but uh, hire before we hire, we would try eliminate low value tasks and automatic reports. So we make a better use existing stuff.
can
Uh,
I maybe a different kind of solution. Okay, maybe we want to add our human resource, right? Okay, if we hire freelancer, maybe it's the teamwork is a bit corrupted, right?
If
So maybe
yeah.
okay, first the money and then the teamwork. I think if we add intern, if we hire intern, first we don't really have to pay as much as we pay permanent staff, and then we hire intern. Mostly we can make sure they come to the company as a requirement. So this they won't have too much problem for what for about the understanding because they are at the company physically. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree that.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, let me add something for our discussion. So, based on our discussion about the strategies to manage workload among employees before, I think all that we talk about is the external resources that we need, right?
Yes.
So, in my opinion, we should more focus on the internal resources actually, because if we want to set, we don't have enough money and enough budget to allocate or buy more people and not or to train more interns and um, use freelancers. So I think we should have internal resources to focus on because we want to more with our own team first. So one of the my suggestion is that we should have a clear workload planning and priority setting because as you all know we should have our own regular updates and clear handover to prevent overlap and confusion. So how do we want to implement this thing is that we should have a weekly sync meetings or cross-functional group chats that could help. I think there are lots of applications on the internet. Basically, I use Google Calendar. Do you have Google Calendars on your
Yes.
phone or
Yeah.
something?
Have.
So when we have our own Google Calendars, our own team members can track uh, our own schedule and manage our times with its deadlines. So I think with this, we can reduce the workloads by completing on the deadlines itself and not repeating on the redundant tasks that we are provided with.
That's a good
Also,
idea.
maybe about workload planning. I think maybe we can have a better planning if we have monthly discussion between department because sometimes
Yeah,
we not only work within our department, we have to share our
yeah,
work with others, right?
Yeah.
Dependents.
yeah.
So maybe if we make our discussion between department more frequent, maybe it can actually enhance our quality for the
Yes,
outcome.
because we are more communicating with our own departments, and then we can share our own objective and our own future events,
Yes.
so that we not overlap and not apa workload not extended.
True. Yeah, we actually in our life we cannot really have extended deadline, right? Because it can
Yeah,
actually
actually,
need
Yeah.
additional
it
work and
will lead to
additional
more
money.
external deadlines.
Yeah,
Actually,
and then it can add cost, right? So not a good
Mm,
solution.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Ishi, what do you think? Do you have an opinion on this tech that
I,
we should have?
yeah, I totally agree on both of you guys because they're actually quite good. If we don't take this step properly, so the company will be corrupted or not good or then did not success
Yeah.
to finish right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
that
it's a good ideas lah that we talk
Yeah.
about these workload strategies.
Yeah. True.
Okay, may I add on some of my
Yeah,
point
yeah,
as
yes.
well?
Ah, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, just wanna elaborate more regarding most of your point. So the first one is clear workload planning and priority setting. Just like Adil say, we should focus on the internal resource. And okay, now we have been since we have been talking about employees that they need more communication, they need to improve the communication, having shared calendars or meetings between each department to improve. I totally agree. Besides that, maybe the manager should as well do some, I mean, should also contribute in managing the workload. For that, I think maybe manager could reward them something so they could be more motivated in completing the task. They feel more, for me, when an employee feel appreciated, they tend to perform better for the next given
Yeah, I
task.
think it
Yes.
will be in yearly end of year to
they
do
got a
right.
bonus right.
Oh.
Mm,
Yeah, I
okay,
think
yeah. And and secondly, regarding the freelancer, just like what Inshira and Iwani suggested just now, yes, we can implement that in our companies, but maybe only during the peak hours. Maybe we are organizing an event, which we need a lot of stuff to help with the task, maybe that only that period of time we need to hire some just 3 days or 4 days freelancer just to complete a short simple task. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we have discussed most of it, the causes, the effect, as well as the strategies. So do you wanna any of you guys wanna add more on regarding this? Ediles?
Yeah, actually, I think we all talk about the measures, causes, effects, and strategies to overcome and workloads among employees, right? So I don't think I have any more to talk about.
Thank you, Ediles. What about you, Hanis?
Okay, I think the current strategy is enough, but maybe we can see further improvement after we apply the strategies, right? Oh shoot, sorry, timing. Okay, we need to see the outcome first so we can see what
See the
more we
progress.
should
Yeah.
improve. Yeah.
I totally agree with Shanice.
I also don't
Okay.
have any point to summarize because I think it's, yeah, like Hani said.
Okay, thank you so much, Ediles, Hanis, Inshira, and Iwani. So to conclude our meeting, our discussion today, I think that the causes of the causes and effect of having excessive workload, overwhelming workload among employees is such a big negative impact to them, especially their mental health. So to overcome this, let's the just like the strategy we mentioned just now, let's give a maybe 3 months trial for the strategy and see how it goes. If it give a positive impact to them, then we can proceed with the strategies. If not,
We
we
can
can
move
have
into
another
another
discussion,
discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, and
sure, sure,
talk
sure.
about this.
Okay.
We will support all the mentioned strategies to overcome this thing.
Yes,
Okay.
true. Okay, so I think that's all from us.
Yeah.
There's nothing to add on, right? Anyone?
Yes.
No.
Mm-mm.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your cooperation. That's all from us,
Thank
Madam
you.
Hamida. Thank you so much for listening.
Okay.
All right. Okay, thank you very much for the discussion. Okay, so let's move on to the second part of the assessment. Okay, so this is part A of the assessment. All right. Email writing. So this is an individual task. So you're given 30 minutes to write the email. Compose an email to your head of department with a copy or CC to your general manager in a 200 to 250 word email, right? So the word limit will be 250, that's the maximum. 250 words here. Summarize the key decisions made during the discussion by referring to the notes taken. So I hope that you had jotted down the
Yes.
key decisions, yeah, the key points during the discussion. And you are to submit the soft copy of the email to me. Please submit to Google Classroom. I've given the link, right, in the Classroom tab. Yeah. And I have also explained to you how you should go about writing the email. Use Word document, right, to type the email and then save it in the PDF file, send it to Google Classroom. Okay, any questions to ask about this task?
For now, not yet.
No.
Madam,
No.
can we submit in the night for this one, or should we just allocate 30 minutes first?
You're given only 30 minutes to write, Agilis, you're not to submit in the evening. Why? Do you have something on after
Yeah,
this?
I actually have to go to KL after this, and I'm still in Shah Alam right now.
Oh
I'm
dear.
afraid I don't make it on time.
You
And I
cannot.
submit it on the night, if perhaps.
Where you're going? You're leaving now, Agilis?
Uh,
You're
uh,
leaving?
yeah.
Is it urgent for you to leave now?
Yeah, I need to be on the place around before 12.
12.
Vote two. Okay,
Ah,
you have to leave now.
ah.
Okay, all right. With the exception of Adilas, the others will have to submit in 30 minutes. Okay.
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 Now,
Thank you,
Adilas,
madam.
what time can you submit it? I mean, evening, what time?
Before midnight, I think I can submit it.
Before midnight?
By evening.
No, the thing is, you, why are you not able to submit it like before 9 or before 10?
Before 10. Okay, also can.
Huh?
Also before 10 also can, madam, actually. Because
Yeah.
actually we're
What is it that you have? What is it that you have on? I mean, like,
no, the program started at 2 nanti. Lepas tu dia
what
akan
program
habis
is it?
around 10:30.
What program?
Ah?
Program are you referring? Are you talking about? What program is it?
Camp. It's camp under kementerian.
Oh dear. So where will you be?
Dekat Ceras.
You're staying at a hostel ke apa?
Yeah, hostel.
Hello. Okay, all right. So what time does it end? The program?
Kalau ikut tentative 10:30.
Oh, 10:30.
Ah,
Okay lah, then by midnight lah, before midnight.
okay, boleh.
Make sure that you submit before midnight, yeah. So, but
Okay.
the rest will have to submit by, let's see, the time now is 11:36. So 30 minutes, that would be 6 minutes past 12, yeah?
Okay.
6 minutes past 12. All right. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, madam.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
Thank you, madam.
All right. Melly.
Okay.
All right.
Ui, alamak.
No discussing.